Welcome to New Jersey Now. I'm Brenda Flanagan. Today, Governor Showdown. Why one former New Jersey governor is angry with current Governor Jon Corzine and why the issue could be heading to court. Then, low-income school districts in the Garden State may be in jeopardy of losing additional aid. Why a new funding formula is causing a lot of controversy. But first, New Jersey's illegal immigrants. Members of Jon Corzine's Blue Ribbon Committee on Immigration released their report on integrating the state's immigrants into society. But instead, it has set off a firestorm of debate. Joining me now for more on the topic of in-state tuition is Sid Wilson, a trustee for Bergen Community College, who also serves on the board of directors for the National Council of La Raza, and Gayle Kesselman, who is the president of New Jersey Citizens for Immigration Control. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you. Great to be here.
My pleasure.
I think I'm going to ask you, Sid, first, why you support this whole proposal to have illegal immigrants essentially be allowed to pay what is about half rate, if I'm not mistaken. What is it? $11,000?
Well, first let me, before I even start, give a prayer to the victims of the Binghamton, New York massacre, many of whom are immigrants are about to take an exam to become U.S. citizens. And unfortunately, it's unfortunate that this immigration debate has gotten to that level. Now, that being said, with regards to in-state tuition, I want to thank Governor Corzine for his leadership on this, because 25% of the state's population were born as immigrants and have come here to the U.S. To seek the American dream, many of whom had children. We have students at Bergen Community College and at many other colleges who came here, some at the early age of 1, and know only one country, the United States of America. And when they get to their senior year and apply to college, they're now left out because of the fact that they are here as undocumented immigrants. And we don't think that it is right that a student who grows up here and only knows New Jersey has to be left out of college by paying out-of-state tuition, while an out-of-state student could actually make it easier for them to come to New Jersey and eventually apply for a New Jersey residency, get in-state tuition, and then go back out of state.
Now, Gayle, you don't see it this way at all.
No, I don't at all. I'm here speaking for the hard-working, tax-paying citizens of New Jersey. We are in the midst of an economic recession. We have unemployment rates that are approaching double digits. And we have families in New Jersey that are struggling to figure out a way how they're going to put their children, their own children, through college to give them a first-rate education. It's not fair to put this extra burden on them. Now, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have no problem with illegal immigrants going to college, university, pursuing their educational objectives. The question is, should the taxpayers of New Jersey be subsidizing it? And I don't feel that is fair to put this extra burden on them.
So, in other words,
if I can answer that, that is actually not correct in terms of taxpayer subsidization. These students are not getting financial aid. They're not getting any special support. What this is saying is that if you have been in New Jersey and you graduated from a New Jersey high school, then you would be entitled to pay in-state tuition. These are students who otherwise might not be able to go to college at all. And that is why you see that that many colleges support the idea of allowing undocumented immigrant students to attend, because of the fact that all they're doing is paying the in-state tuition. This is not financial aid. This is not any kind of taxpayer subsidized support. And also, let me just add, they do pay taxes. They pay sales taxes, and when they pay rent, they're paying the rent that their landlord is paying their property taxes for.
So on the whole fairness issue then, how would you answer that? Because it sounds as if they're paying into the system just as much as we are.
Well, first of all, there is subsidization. They are being subsidized because somebody has to pay the cost of running the college. The fact is that if they were to pay full tuition, it would be, I believe, something on the order of $20,000 a year, whereas in-state tuition is half of that. Somebody has to make up the difference. I mean, it's not like air that's just there that everyone can breathe. Someone has to pay teacher salaries and the upkeep of the building and whatever, the expenses of the college. So clearly the New Jersey taxpayers are being asked to foot the bill for the illegal immigrants that go to college, or at least a good half of it. The other point I would make is that there are states all around the country that are passing laws that are cracking down on illegal immigration. And as we know, when states do this, enforcement works, and we do have a downturn in illegal immigration in those states. Many illegal immigrants leave those states. And if New Jersey is in the position of giving benefits to illegal immigrants, then we will have an inflow of illegal immigrants into the state. As far as the tax issue, I would like to point out that the state of New Jersey spends $2.1 billion on services for illegal immigrants, and that would be in the fields of education, health care, and incarceration. And even according to a study done by the Federation for American Immigration Reform, even if you count the taxes that may be collected, which would amount to a little under $500 million, you still have a $1.6 billion gap that the state of New Jersey is subsidizing. Moreover, according to the Inter-American Development Bank, there is $1 billion a year, over $1 billion a year, that is leaving the state of New Jersey in the form of remittances by illegal immigrant workers who are sending money home to their home countries. So this is money flowing out of the state of New Jersey. Illegal immigration is a tremendous problem.
One quick question here. We've already put a lot of money into these kids, into their education, right at the point where they can flower and perhaps give something back. You're depriving them of that higher education that would put them in the position to really give back.
I need to jump on that because that's very important, because these are kids, and let me just say, we can definitely have a good debate on immigration reform, but the fact that we are actually here discussing educating children, I just find incomprehensible, because we're talking about children here. We're talking about children who came here through no fault of their own. In fact, if you want to talk about illegal activity, we can make an argument about what happened in the 1990s when people were driving above the speed limit of 55 on the New Jersey Turnpike. Now, instead of cracking down on law, what do? They raised the speed limit to 65 miles an hour.
Well, you're saying that the kids are important, and basically you're saying that there's just so much money to go around, and at some point you have to draw a line.
No, I'm saying more than that, because I went to the first public forum of the Blue Ribbon Panel that was held at Rutgers University. The members of the Blue Ribbon Panel were up on the stage, and people had a chance to go to the microphone and ask questions or give a little short statement. One of the members of our group went up and asked, if there's anybody on the panel that believes in enforcing immigration law, please raise your hand. Not a single hand went up.
Well, this is obviously going to be, I'm sorry, yeah, we are out of time. We will get on with this debate, and we have another one coming, the other debate surrounding education. School funding, why a new program is causing controversy when New Jersey Now continues. Stay tuned.